wonder if this will record. Okay, looks like it's recording. Perfect. I've been having an issue where it's like it records but then it stops because I don't have storage. So I just bought more iCloud storage. I'm not the happiest. I remember specifically they used to have a plan where it was like 99 cents or like $1.99 or something. Now it's $2.99. The heck? But whatever. This is my video diary because I feel like it's cheaper. Obviously not $2.99, you know what I mean? But no, I feel like I only have a limited amount of ink and paper, and I can have so much footage. That's just my words and talking. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll probably be editing a little bit of this because I do plan to upload this on YouTube so I can delete these videos. But yeah, I don't even know where to go. I had this clip from earlier, but I just ran. First of all, I ran out of storage. And second of all, I went to go eat. But I was on it. I was on a rant. Recently, I just had a very. It wasn't bad, but it was very it was very heartbreaking and healthy, I guess you could say. I don't know, I'm not like too sure. Maybe I might get copyrighted or something, I don't know. But it was very strange. I met this guy and he messaged me on Instagram. It was like a story or something, and he slid up, you know, with those two eye emojis, and they're like looking to the side. He sent me like 3 or 4 of them. And this is a guy I've been following for years. I started following him back in like 2024, and we just have mutuals ever since then. We haven't really we never had any interaction of importance. And so I didn't really think anything of it. I replied to him and I sent like the thinking emoji. The more he's like looking up and he's like, I think his finger here, I don't remember. And you know, kind of just went from there. And before this, I just had a really, really bad thing. I really don't want to call it a relationship because like it feels like a disservice to me. But I just got out of a really, really bad thing. And you know, I was healing. You know, I felt pretty healed just because what the other guy did was so boggling, you know, and it was pretty easy to move on. So, but I was with him for like 8 months, so you know what I mean. I wasn't really planning on doing anything. It was just more of like a fun little talking, whatever, that I'd have to the side that I didn't really like plan on feeling so deeply for. And so we went on a date. It was a really good date. You know, he picked me up. He was very respectful. He picked me up. We went bowling, and he told me he used to be like on a bowling team or something. And I never bowled in my life. That was the first time I've ever went bowling. We went to some like little places to shop. I need to speak up, you know, because but we went some places to shop. We went to like Ross. We got 2 shirts for him in a phone case that didn't fit because he had the 15 Pro, and I think he just got a regular 15. I don't remember what kind of phone he had, but we got a case and it didn't fit him, his phone. But anyways, and then we went to Five Below. I love Five Below. Five Below is like my place. Like I love Five Below so much. I'm a big squishy person. Hold up. It's like a combo thing. Apparently I can't like make it just record. I have to hold it. So we'll make two. Anyways, then I have this Tomo, like not this, but I forgot the name of these. But anyways, I have one. Lily destroyed it. Then I have the just giant cheese. It's nice. I don't know if I'll bring any of these to college. Maybe my dumpling or something. Okay, and then I have this duck. Actually, at the bowling alley we went to, there's like arcade games. And one of the claw machines had duck plushies. We didn't win any. But he tried winning me a green one. And it's, you know, my favorite color, so yeah. Yeah, that's definitely. But actually, you know, I think that sucks with being such like a loving person like I am, and not that I'm trying to toot my own horn or anything, like I really but I think it's because when I do love somebody, I think about them all the time, and I inject them into every aspect of my life. And it was so easy to do that with him because we were so, in my eyes, I don't know. See, I don't know what he thought. All I can do is like believe what he said and what he told me. And I'm gonna choose to do that. You know, I feel like we didn't meet, but I don't even know if I kept the footage. Oh my gosh, my mind is like running a million miles an hour. We started following each other back in like February of 2024, and nothing really came of it until this May. It was like May 28th or something like that. And then we had our first date on June 6th, 7th, or no, June 7th. It was 6th, 7th. It was because, sorry, it was June 7th because I remember 6th, 7th, and we were very like similar in that aspect. Our humor was so similar, and like we were so compatible. We were so compatible. But we met, or no, sorry. We had our first date June 7th. That's when we went to the bowling alley. And yeah, we went to Ross. Or not Ross, we went to Five Below. Sorry, my mind's like really jumbled. I don't remember what I told you and what I didn't tell you. We went to a lot of places. We went to Five Below, and then we got some, you know, Five Below is my favorite. That's why I went on the squishy tangent, because squishies at Five Below, obviously. Oh. No, I love Five Below so much because squishies. But then we went to Five Below because he was like, I've never been before, so I wanted to take him because I love it, and I feel like Five Below has really become part of who I am, honestly, because I love like little figures and like just junk. Like, I'm such a collector. So Five Below, he bought me, because he couldn't win me any stuffed animals at the claw machine. It was so cute. He kept trying so much. He has my card. He used to love when I did that too. He got it like a crazy face or something. But he bought me a stuffed animal, and it's a little like gummy bear, and it's a bear and it's green. Bear's my favorite animal, and my favorite color is green. It's on my bed still. I think I'll probably take it to college with me. Just a reminder, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna get more into get into it. He also got me a Snoopy hairbrush. Yeah, that's so cute because Snoopy is like my favorite thing ever. It's like he's like the cutest little character. Yeah, he got me a Snoopy hairbrush, and then we went to go eat Mexican food because Mexican's my favorite. It was really good. It was such a good date. And then we went to the park, walked around a bit, held hands. It was really hot that day, and I was wearing a sweater, so it was pretty quick. But he was really good. Such a good guy, honestly. Like, I wrote a few things, a few passages, a few like poems or whatever, and one of them I said, the next time you meet somebody new, refer them to me because I have nothing but good things to say about your character. And I really don't. Like, I have nothing bad to say about him. I only have good things to say. He is such a good guy. He's such a good person. That's why it was so easy to fall in love with him so quick. I never thought I would meet somebody and they would change so much about myself. Because we didn't even know each other but like 2 months. And he's genuinely like affected me. And I think it's for the better. Not us splitting, but like meeting him. Like, I don't regret answering his message or respond. Like, I don't regret going on a date with him. I don't regret spending all this time with him and messaging him and FaceTiming him and having a connection with him. I don't regret any of it because it was nice, first of all, and it made me realize so much. It was so nice to have, like, because I have never in my life ever had such an instant connection with somebody and be so compatible with somebody. Because even in past relationships, I've like settled down with people, even though we didn't really see eye to eye on certain aspects, or we didn't exactly have the same humor, but it was similar enough. Or he liked one thing and I liked another, but it was okay because it wasn't that big of a deal. With him, it was so I don't even know the word for it. We got together so well, and we had such strong compatibility that like for the first time in my life, I truly saw myself with a person. I truly saw myself marrying somebody, and he is on his way to become a pilot. He's a private pilot right now, actually, and I'm really proud of him, and I'm so happy. But anyways, he is on his way to become a pilot, and like I actually envisioned myself like driving him to the airport, giving him a goodbye kiss as he goes out of the car, or even like him leaving with his suitcase and giving him a kiss at the front door, saying bye, drive safe, fly safe, text me to get to the airport. Like I really genuinely envisioned that for myself. And I think it's so crazy how the human mind can make things up so fast. Because even though we didn't have that long of a timeline, I felt so strongly, and it's very odd. And maybe it's because like I said before, have never had that strong of a connection and that much compatibility with somebody before. But I did. It's so strange. I told him things I literally never told anybody, not even my best friend that I've known since I was 9. And another thing is like I wanted to learn so much Because with a person, I feel like even people who have been together for like 10 years don't know everything about each other. And I was so excited to know and to learn. Like when I keep thinking back to he's always wanted to own a cheetah. What friend or like random person would just know that about him? It's things like that I wanted, like I crave. You know what I mean? I just crave a connection and somebody to talk to and somebody who knows me. And I think it's because I'm not very close with my family. And even with my friends, I don't say too much in order to sedate my own feelings, because I feel like sometimes I could talk too much, or I get too excited, or I get too emotional, or I feel too much, and so I just stop. That's actually why I'm doing this video diary, because who else is gonna listen besides myself? And even then, you know, I think it's better to have spoken than to keep it to myself. Okay. But I just got lost, so I don't really remember what exactly I was talking about. Editing will be hard. I'm just so lucky to, and if it's not mutual, it's not mutual, but I'm so lucky to be able to feel the things I feel, and to have been able to have the feeling of an instant spark. And it really opened my eyes, even if you didn't mean to, on I don't have to settle down. I don't have to settle with a guy that I don't like, or I don't get along with, or I find partially funny but not all that funny, or we agree on almost everything but not one thing. I can find somebody. I can find my person. And they will be everything I want in a person. Everything I need, everything I'm searching for, everything I'm craving for, I will find that. Because I found it once before with him. There's 8 billion people in the world. I will find my person. I won't have to settle down for a bum. I'm upset that it's not him right now. I'm a believer in right person, wrong time. And I think it just isn't our time. I hope someday in the future we could come back together. But it's also, I think, a part of healing. And it's so strange. And like, this whole thing is so strange to me that I even have to heal from this. Because again, it wasn't even that long. But I was so connected with him. Like, my feelings were so strong. I've never had feelings that strong for a person ever. And I've had relationships last a year, almost 2. This is a very foreign thing for me. Sorry if I'll keep switching. I'm like, it's whatever. But so the fact that somebody can make me feel more in 2 months than anybody in my life ever is wild. It's so foreign. I'm not used to it. That's why I am so I can change the angle of the zoom. That's why I am so I'm so content, because now I know that I can feel this, and I can have an instant spark with somebody, and I can have somebody that I truly want. I hope it's him. And as odd as it is, I have not spent one single day since like our date not thinking about him. Even now, like, everything I do, I've been thinking about him. And I'm so lucky to be able to do that. I'm so grateful that I got to be a part of his life, and that I got to be a part of his, his journey and finding himself. And I'm so happy that at one point I was right next to him, and it hurts so much more now because I know what it feels like, and I'm not just watching him from afar. And I know now that I will have to watch him and live seeing his life and watching him accomplish his dreams and his goals and be a better person, a better man through his stories and his posts. And I hate it. But I feel like if you ever have that strong of a connection with somebody and you click that well with somebody, and you have to split, that you will come back. Oh my gosh.